No, we were talking before we started. I was kind of facing a difficult decision I got to make, and you really threw that insight of, what I was saying was the solution of drinking didn't even come to my head. Didn't even think about it, but it's a tough thing in financial and decisions. But you shared some really good insight on hardships, the inevitability of we're going to have them.
Yeah, and that's just a fact of life. Since I found a safer way to live, I can't escape it anymore. And finding that acceptance in hard stuff is going to come. I've been through enough of it now to know that on the other side of the hard things, whatever they are, there's always lessons, there's always growth, and there's always abundance in whatever capacity may present itself. So, when I see other people who have had a toxic relationship with substances come out of that and then say, man, I'm struggling, like that's the first thing I always go to is like, this is an opportunity. And I'm not saying that I go into my struggles like, oh yay, another stupid hard thing I have to face, like that's not how it is, but I do find the gratitude in knowing that, okay, I am on my feet enough to know that whatever this is, I can get through it on my feet.
And I think that's a hard concept for anyone, especially the newcomers to recovery. When you're talking to them about gratitude, it's hard to get them to shift the mindset to how am I thankful of this? I know a guy recently who kind of reached out. We were talking through the podcast and Messenger, and he's like, so a guy I used to shoot up dope with died. Where do I find the gratitude in that? And boy, it took me a while to respond to that, because it's a hard thing to find this gratitude thing. I don't care. Even when you're not an addict, it's hard to find it in life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you want to talk about the creator, if you want to talk about God, whatever you choose to believe in. If I can start to think that I understand the plan for me here and why things happen, then I start to take a step back and I actually, that's the point where I want to call someone and be like, this is what I'm thinking. Because if I think I understand the master plan, then clearly I'm starting to think that I'm moving into that God type role again, So sometimes there isn't an answer that can be conceived as to why bad things happen.
This is the Knockin Doorz Down podcast, featuring celebrities, experts, and everyday people who have overcome adversities, including addiction, mental health, and trauma, to live purposeful lives. And that's what Knockin Doorz Down is all about.